I will give Supergiant Games this credit. The background art of this game is gorgeous. Look at this place. Like, I'm giving Supergiant Games props here. They know how to make really good quality games. Hey everybody, Dragon King Mark here, and welcome to part 8 of Let's Play Pyre. Last we left off, we defeated the Chastity, and we encountered Wolfred Sandalwood, the employer for Headwind in the group, and we found out we have to go to the Fall of Soliam, the brightest star at the northernmost edge of the downside, for our first Liberation Rite. The path to freedom beckons you to press on. Let's go. At dawn, Wolfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Scolorian Shore. Wolfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods to the north. We really need to go here. We need to go back to Needlefield or the other place. Now that we got Wolfred with us. Scolorian Shore. Good God, it's cold up here! I hope we all have warm clothes. You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodium. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Wolfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean? Freedom means being able to make decisions based on your own terms. Freedom means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. Freedom means answering to no one's will other than your own. Freedom means being able to go to where the heart yearns, without restriction and without fear. Freedom means not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed. Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. Freedom is just another empty goal to chase, to give one's life as a false sense of meaning. Freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. I guess doing what you want, for me. For me personally, doing what you want when you want. You tell Wolfred that freedom means having choice. If you are able to do what you want, both physically and socially, then you are free. He considers your remarks for a short while. Choice is freedom, then you say. If that is all, then you are already free. Go, my boy. Do as you please. Nobody's here to govern you. I trust, however, that this is not the freedom that you have in mind. Perhaps you simply wish to return home and to be left alone. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant fear of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think. He looks on out towards the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At least, you would be complicit to an ancient system that would deny to cast others down such as you. It is the system of those whose well-intended founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are still out there, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might be that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites. Then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. The bird that remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. Wait. The library that was on fire at the beginning, at the main menu of the game. That must have been the Spiral Sanctum. Or it could have been our our book collection. You're planning a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this plan, nor is it my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish, live out your remaining days here, like so many others. So, if any among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strike together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Wolfhard pauses for a moment, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites, and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom? You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together, you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask all of you to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Wolfhard turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northern path. Mur Pass. Are you kidding me? Doesn't say anything. Pathway leading north to the Sacred Mountain. Wolfhard indicates that this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Elodio. Those things look like giant puffballs. Beyond lies Mount Elodio. I suggest we camp here at the base of the mountain, but we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Tizo. Hey, Wolfhard. I thought for a split second that thing was eaten. Let's talk to Wolfhard first. There you are, my boy. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Wolfhard stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then, long-standing exile of the Nightwings, who seeks more than his own freedom. You do not know what it means to be a reader? Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in it, as I sense, is nascent, still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing forward with this group. In light of this, the answer, then, was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason that they would know themselves other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected, when we first met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states in plain, only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment, and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Wolfhard breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you're getting into here. Despite what hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you return. if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? I understand. There is more at stake here than your freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there is a way. You understand the words of warning, yet, just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my boy. Then very well. Know that we have much at stake here in this, anyway. Much more than just a shot at getting back into the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. Sounds like you intend to stick around, then. Then, we'll have lots more time to chat, as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. So we can't go home. That sucks. You got a scribe trial. What's in your mind? Oh, very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely leader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine the upbringing amongst the Sisters of the Ark, living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or just cripple you for life. An ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. All the sisters needed was a name, and a sum of 500 soul, up front. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through the glorious battles with the scribes, or in a careless sprawling session with my master? But I've forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It didn't help that at all that the Nightwings of the early years were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, a lot of them. What am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself back to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So given your mortality, let's say that we get back to business here. We got a scribe trial for Tizo. Do it. Certainly. Who shall be the talker on my left then, would you say? Tizo! You asked Sancho to administer one of her special trials for Tizo. I dare think I remember something of that imp. He certainly stood out from all his ilk, although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth. Tizo Su appears and heeds of the summons. Tizo seems to be prepared for whatever lies ahead. For an imp, that dude is smart. Imps such as Tizo can banish several adversaries at once with their aura implosion, while returning very soon after. I should have gotten that aura explosion skill now that I think about it. "50. The apparition of Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, imp. You answer to me here. Tizo indicates his understanding and is prepared to begin Sandra's trial. You know the formalities, of course. Show me, then, what you have learned thus far about the rites. Here in this trial, it shall be just you, my beyonders, and your lovely leader. Let us see how you fare." Let it begin! Whoa! No! No! Ha ha! Oh. This is gonna suck. No! Oh, come on! What the fuck? Sorry for cursing, just what the actual... Yes! Are you kidding me? No! Oh! Give me a break! Wow! Teaser was frustrated having failed Sandra's challenge. Come now, Imp, this test is not meant to be easy, even for the likes of you. I would tell you not to waste any more of my time, but then my time there is for you to waste. So try again now, whenever you choose. Oh, we can do better! I am gonna win this! As long as he's ready for more pain, I should be happy to oblige. Round 2, bitch! Let's go! Sorry for cursing. That was bull crap! I didn't expect that to happen. What the f... Whoa! Ah! Yes! Yeah! Ah, that was intense. Yes! Okay, just another 10. Whoop! Ah! At least I got them further away. Ah! Yeah, trying to do this with Tizo solo is gonna be a bit tough, because that would... Jeez! No! And he wins! Yeah, that's how he says it. Teaser was excited to have completed Sandra's challenge and awaits her approval. A worthwhile effort, Imp. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. I'm sorry about that. That was terrible. They just annihilated me. I didn't think it was going to be that difficult, but they did. But Tizo was happy to be back and wonders what it is that Sandra granted you. You take a closer look at the new artifact in your possession. Ha'ub's Wing. Tizo's flutter and zip abilities cost less stamina than usual. Oh, hell yeah! Let's give this to... Let's give that to her. Nah. Someone's already got a pretty decent amount of hope. Actually, this will be useful. Okay, now that we've taken care of that, let's continue on. Let's discuss the plan. Earlier, Volfa called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, it reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, boy, is while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together, yet. but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hammond, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend to Mount Elodiel, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, but rest assured, it's made this journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through here, as your reader could attest, if you did not merely skim that chapter of the book. It is said the scribes themselves keep watch over Scribe's Gate. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Afterwards, you reach the Fall of Soliam and meet our adversaries there in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, Lepidodemic Ignarius. You'll know them when you see them. One of the downside celestial landmarks. The temple at the highest point of the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. The Tempers, a mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival to the Nightwings, led by the demon Ignarius. Ignarius, the notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the rites. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirates prevails, there somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in, and clothed, and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into the exiles forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible. Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then that's it? We climb to the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall just be a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Volfrey leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you begin your ascent of Mount Elodiel. Mentor. She could get a new grand. Faye's not strong. Tizo could use a bit more. Pamela looks like she could get some enlightenment. Yeah, Pamela. Why, certainly, Rita, darling. How good of you to ask. You and Pamela go over her understanding of her aura, and its connection to her presence, both physical and spiritual. This discussion proves informative. An exile's wrongdoings manifest during the rites as an aura. Contact with an opposing exile's aura banishes the trespasser from this plane. Nice! Oh no, having to unlearn everything I've learned is going to be somewhat faster than expected. Pamela uses her dash and rapid succession less stamina. Let's go with Strike Dash. We all have auras all the time, I think. We just can't seem to see them. Okay, let us continue the journey. I don't know why the Mount Elodiel. The ascent to Mount Elodiel shall begin here. Mount Elodiel. You see statues of like all the scribes there. Soliam Mur, Golgothalion. Here before you lies Mount Elodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done all the talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions? Why us? Why you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll sell for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom, and some cushion you responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending in still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who lived to redeem them their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So, I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. It took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old berry wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could go free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Let's continue listening. Your fellow exile's freedom seems to hinge on Volfred's plan. You ought to consider his every word. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Rodariel raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this Liberation Rite? On a blooded moon at the Fall of Soliam, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion then shall plunge into the Shimmer Pool and return in glory. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen. You are qualified, should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain, though in this case the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. A vindictive triumvirate that conducted many liberation rites in the past but seldom prevailed. The 8 scribes also formed a special group, against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others are jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny that yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right, then? Participation is all that matters? Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may gain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from liberation rites, but these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It has been a heavy price to pay in all this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Wolfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter their pathway leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Emperor's Fall, Emperor's Ascent. Pamela expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here, and Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Let's go to Emperor's Ascent? Saint Triesta and Haub. The sublime beauty of Mount Elodial, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of her companions. However, Faye seems positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Tizo seems not to share Faye's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo? Is that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I get too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes then. Wait, look, but Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Faye rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was! I know it was! They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome. And we're welcome here. Faye runs off to spread the word amongst your companions. Stranger enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. +2 hope for the next rite. That's going to be very useful. Let's go to the Temple High Road. I think that's Luz Scholarian up there. We're almost at Scribe's Gate. You and Head will walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no son of howlers, as Joes would say. No son of anything at all. You sense something is troubling him. Oh, that, it's just... I've just been giving lots of thought to everything about that Volfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We are on our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might be all part of Volfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you, and... even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Volfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep failing in the rites and be stuck down here together, just like this. Two of you walk in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Headwind returns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Heaven feels more prepared for the next rite. Hope likewise for the best. Oh, sweet! You got a little bit of enlightenment from this. Don't worry, buddy. One of us is gonna go free. I don't know who. Giant book. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the little minstrel approaches the gates. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions near the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the little minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. She watches over Scribe's Gate, and seems to be connected to the little minstrel and the rites. And? How was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You're bringing this many to the gate? Aye. Then, let us make this quick. She gestures toward the rest of you. Now, each of you in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. The fellow exchanges glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Headwind the Deserter. I come here seeking freedom, for myself and for my companions. In my case, so that I can be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The little minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. Hey, I am regarded by the name of Ricky Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here. Oh, my name is Faye, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service! This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at some point. How is the Thane? I'm only here because my sister's here. Then Volfred steps forward. The one called Celeste raises her voice. You. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I wonder know why. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that stand now before you. I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Wilfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. Scribe's Gate. To that location. That's weird. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. You've always sought to understand the world around you. That knowledge proved dangerous in the Commonwealth, but now it has brought you to this point. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. State also what you truly seek. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. Your companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq. Hi, Celeste. Be on your way as well. The little minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. This is it. I am not gonna fail this right. One of us is going free, although I doubt any of us can. From the top of Mount Elodio, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. The mercy shone. Hey guys, just so you're aware and all, I know how you come here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, alright. You're here because I got the lowest prices on the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value there, an awful lot. Ooh. Scribe stuff. Unlearn any masteries and choose again. Faith Stone. Right light. A little bit of stardust. Damn. You can only get that much. Let's Oob's wing. There we go. Barely even, Dad. Just look at how much we got this time. Jodariel. River frost. So cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. But keeps safe from Skolorian shore. The Book of Rites. The imp Ha'ub and I, we helped to save my emperor. And when the danger did subside, my Emperor Soliam Mur, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Gothalion, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So, if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the line together, and together with the imp, we gathered the company of those who saw in him what I did. So that was the first time the scribes were formed. Jody? Judal appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Evansu joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Ruki? None as of yet. Complained about chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting yet? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fair your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Been a lot better, thanks. Just have to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. So, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He looks at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Heaven slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other. Each of us, the four of us, we're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this. If any of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think we're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's gonna take. I just know we have to try. Jodariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn towards the door. The Fall of Soliam awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. May you feel in your heart that it shall be only the first. Your companion each gate one hope for the Liberation Rite. Steel yourself in turn. Let's do it! Here at the summit of Mount Elodiel, one among you may finally go free, if you prevail. Let's do it. Is everyone prepared, Hedwyn? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers and the Rites this night. What happens if we fail? Hedwyn, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same if we achieve victory, we await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is set in motion. We're united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance, and seize upon our future chances, just as they arise. Volfred's ambitious plot to spark a revolution in the Commonwealth as peacefully as possible. Plan's current probability of success? 20%. We shall stand together shoulder to shoulder, as the scribes themselves once stood. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. Our first Liberation Rite. Laser light show. Our story shall continue. Regardless of the outcome of the rites.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the Fall of Soliam. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader. But only if you can prevail in this Liberation Rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Templars. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
Let's do this. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Templars, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have until your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already. But look what we've got here. The damn Nightwings decide to show up. I almost figured we were never going to see the day again. You take notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you! He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't see one of our own in ages. Not in these damned robes. Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible, but before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asked. Satisfied? Whoa! You must be new. Jodariel so soon puts on her mask back on. Enough talk. Ha! I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show that you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now come on! Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Ash and Cole have the Nightwings reach a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite. The little minstrel gets your attention in a subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Now all among you may not be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Ooh! Jody, this is your first Liberation Rite. Go for it.
Jodariel.
Me? Why? Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well. Then under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this eve's Liberation Rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Jodariel shall be liberated. Should the Templars prevail, the exiled Ignarius shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate, to strive alongside Jodariel and see her return to glory?
Who shall strive for her? Head in.
Sounds good. Now let's bring Jodariel home. Heh, sure. No pressure, right, chum?
It is done.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the little minstrel. Now, are you prepared, Tariq? Hi, Celeste. Then, let us all begin. Whoever just showed up, you just got into the right time. Nightwings! Been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. A bog witch, a demon, and a...
Commence.
No way! Oh! Whoa! Damn! You don't! Run, Rookie! Nice. Never to return. Ah. Shit! No! Damn. Like hell! I should probably mention, this song actually changes. Whenever you're faced off against one of the triumvirate, it actually changes. Gotcha! Woo! No! Yeah! This is intense! Woo! You good for nothing Nightwings! Skip out on us for years and years and then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let someone out for once. And now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it. Used to be the best. At this least, but now, the pressure's getting to me. I can't believe it's getting to me. Moira, do you even recognize me anyway? Come on, Nightwings! See you keep this up! I'm getting into this! Sorry, man, but we got our own meaning we have promised. Go! Damn. Sucker! One more hit. No! Oh! Yeah. No! Whoa. Ah, cow! Oh, crap. No, you don't!
Someone there rose to the occasion.
Yeah, you did. Oof. No! Damn! Oh!
Nightwings.
This is gonna suck!
Now there's a proper dousing.
Ah! Come on!
If I were that one, I'd be rather angry.
No, you don't!
And there it is.
Yes!
The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their
Home free.
adversaries, they did not. Thus ends the Liberation Rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
What a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Good old Rusty. Your wings so damn long. Damn it. Damn it! Nightwings! Be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. The first of the scribes. After all this time, he turns the gaze towards the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. A seldom seen celestial phenomenon linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus, beneath a blooded moon, the Scholarian waters rise for but a moment, only to fall again. Downside legend. Farewell then, leader. All of you. For now. Jodariel earned back her freedom. Jodariel is set to return to the Commonwealth and leave the downside forever. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
She's gone. Next ride, we're definitely bringing in Faye.
Until the rites begin anew.
I felt that bringing Jodariel in to fight Ignarius was a bit of a good idea. Rivalry, you know? They were the first ones to enter. After your victory over the Templars at the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I don't know what I'm gonna do without her here. Now look on the bright side. It's one less mouth to feed. We'll see that Jodariel again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. She was a grim, long-time resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. She has regained her freedom in the Liberation Rite. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodil is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Jodariel as you look towards the heavens. Seek out our destination. What? The stars aren't lighting. It's dark. You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It is as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There is a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn, and when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready, mark my words. Woo! With that, I'm calling it for today, guys. That was intense. But Jodariel is now free, and the plan may begin in motion. Next time on Let's Play Pyre, we're going to go ahead and continue on with these rites and free more of our friends. I'm Dragon King Mark, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and be notified of when I'm going to update. And I'll see you guys next time. Laters.